Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to continue Job's story. So I accidentally named my last video part 5, even though I already had a part 5, second last part 6, but it wouldn't let me change it, so it is what it is on that. But for today we're going to continue Job on chapter 39. We have 30 verses. We're almost done with Job. There's only 42 chapters altogether, so we have a couple more videos to do and then Job will be completely finished. So let's go ahead and get into it. Knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth, or canst thou mark when the hens do calve? Canst thou number the months that they fulfill, or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones. They cast out their sorrows, their young ones are in the good liking. They grow up with the corn, they go forth and return not unto them. Who hath sent out the wild donkey free, or who hath loosed the bands of the wild donkey? Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. He scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he that crieth of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his bands in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great, or wilt thou leave labor to him? Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it to the barn? Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them? She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? Canst thou make him afraid as the grasshopper? The glory of the nostrils is terrible. He calleth in the valley, and of the joyceth in his strength. He goeth on me to the armed men. He mocketh at fear, and is not affrighted, neither turneth he back from the sword. Quivereth, rattleth against the glittering spear with the shield. He swalloweth the ground with fierceness and rage. Neither believe he that it is the sound of the trumpet. He saith among the trumpets, ha, and he smelleth the battle afar off, the thunder of the captains and the shouting. Doth the hawk fly by the wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? Doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock in the strong place. From thence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. Her young ones also suck up blood, and where the slain are, there is she. So this one is a very, is using really animals for a lot of an example. I think, especially what I was talking about, in the beginning of the chapter, for instance, the donkey's example, they automatically have, great strength. So, will you labor that? So, meaning basically, will you work it to death, or let's see what it says real quick. But So basically saying like, okay, so where you labor it, or basically, if you look at even some jobs really, where instead of, they use a lot of people to their advantage, so they put, instead of doing it themselves, or even, you know, you could still help people, or, trust them, and, help them along the way, and like I said, trust, because trust is a big thing, and people need to trust more people. And fortunately, in the world we do live in now, trust is very hard to get, because a lot of people do turn against their word and things like that, or we use them for your own good. So for let's just say, because this is an example for like, I think for trust mainly, but will you use them to your own good? So like in the same situation, trust. So will you make trust with this person, and then you're the one who turns your back on them? So you use them, and build that trust up, and then turn it around for your own personal gain, or own personal advantage, or whatever. And so what a lot of this is telling me now that I'm really trying to think this through is, trust is a good thing to have, but a lot of people will use that to their advantage. So are you going to be one of the people, or are you going to be the person that's going to start that trust? Are you guys going to have a good trust, and then be able to move forwards, and be honest with you, in anything, especially even in business, or whatever, trusting with your family, or protection, or whatever, trusting them with money. Are you both going to share that same trust, and build a relationship there, and respect out of that situation? Or are you going to be the person that breaks this trust? Just saying, somebody loaned you money and they trusted you just to keep that money safe. They had it, maybe they kept all their money in their house, and they were moving or something like that, and you were sitting there, taking so much money out. You took like $1,000 out or whatever for your own personal advantage, and then never said nothing about it. They trusted you to keep their money safe, and you were the one taking it. So trust is something that is valuable, and it can earn your respect. And so God is asking us, I believe, in this situation, can He trust us? Can He trust us not to cave in these sins? He's given us the tools. He's given us, the answers. A lot of times people just don't read, or whatever. God's not talking to me. You read the Bible. He talks to you through the Bible. So that's one thing to think about. Think about, you're making a promise to God, and you cannot break a promise. So do not break your promise. Do not break your trust with God. And, anytime you are feeling, like in the temptations or whatever, just remember that the demons and the angels are always having a battle in an unseen world around us. And we get to decide who wins. So every time you get tempted, just be like, I get to decide who wins. It's either God or the devil. And, they're going to be barking in your ear. You got to choose who wins. You got to choose the voice you're going to listen to. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys learned something. Like I said, Job is almost finished, so we only have a couple more chapters left. I'll see you guys next week. As always, take it easy.